Hi, badass. How's it going? Can you hear me? Still on the road? Can you hear me, badass? Hi, Terry. Not too bad. Got the decals on the Fast 80. Oh, okay, that's good. I noticed like I look on YouTube and it looks like I'm buffering, but I got this program and I'm not buffering, so I don't know. Hi, badass. How's it going? I made some 90-degree spark plug boots today. What I do is I connect these two together, and then I cut them at 2 millimeters each, and I cut them at an angle, and put one on one end and put one on the other end, and then you just connect them together, and you put glue right in the middle. Here's the hood for the Cougar. And a lot of guys think I only build drag cars. No, I don't just build drag cars. I build everything. Sometimes I have to get away from the snake pit. There's a lot of wiring in some of these drag cars, I'll tell you. So I like building street rods and trucks too. So I've got over 50 years experience on it. So this is the solder I use for the headers right here. It's 0.02 millimeters. Hi, Trevor. Glad you could make it. Hi, Terry. See, Trevor, I got the blue on there and the decals. Not too bad. See that? The decals. And the hood. So badass. And Jerry, have you seen my 55 CT built? Oh, okay, that's good. I noticed that. Like I look on YouTube and it looks like I'm buffering, but I got this program. See, Trevor, I got the camera working better now. See that? I've been playing around with the camera for about 3 hours today. Lots of fun. Uh, Scratch build headers or solder with cherry bombs because it's going to be a gasser for the street or strip. And I made my own brackets for the ladders out of a printed plate. 90-degree spark plug boots today. And I removed the floor pan and put all printed plate in there. And I even made my own shocks with brackets. See the brackets? See, this camera is working a lot better now. And I got fully wired. I connect these two. Okay. Oh. I haven't decided what color and interior to paint it. You guys got any suggestions? I'm painting it blazing black the body. And then I cut them at 2 millimeters each. And here's the body with a scratch built firewall. And I cut them at an angle. I put one on one end, put one on the other end. And then you just connect them together. And here's the hood. With a scoop on it. Like a doghouse scoop. That's what they used to call them anyways. So I was thinking of painting maybe the dashboard blazing black and then the rest of the interior gray. Yeah, that's a good idea. So you seen the 55 now? Badass. And a lot of guys think I only build drag cars. Not sure about the decals, Trevor. I'm still working on that. I'm gonna put rat trap on the hood scoop, and then heavy metal on the quarter panel. So I haven't decided yet. Sometimes I have to get away from the snake pit. There's a lot of wiring in some of these. My son is doing a chassis for the for a truck. He's working. He built them a lot faster than I do. Well, some trucks too, so I've got over 50 years experience on it, so. So you're like, so badass. You like the 55 so far? Like I'm old school, so like Trevor over there in Canada, he's in Canada just like me. Uh, I sort to mostly scratch building because the aftermarket stuff is very expensive for us. So I got I got quite a few projects going. I got probably about 14 projects going right now. These are the two different different solders I use. I use this for the fuel lines or the brake lines. Glad you could make it. I just want to show you guys something I rigged up a while ago. See, Trevor, I got the blue on there. This is my frame maker. It's a sheet of steel, and every 10 millimeters there's a square, and that's how I rig up my chassis for the Pro Stocks and Pro Streets and Pro Mods. And I tell you, it saves you a lot of headaches. And what I do is I put wax paper over it, so that way the glue doesn't stick to it. And then you use the magnets to, straighten up your frame and whatnot. But I tell you, it's pretty handy. It's the best thing I ever came up with. Jerry, have you seen my 55 CG built? This is another handy tool to have. One of these, I tell you, can't do without it. This and the Dremel tool. I use my Dremel tool as a lathe, make my own pulleys. All you do is you chuck a solid piece of plastic in the chuck and use wood carving tools and carve your grooves, for your fan belt. That's it. Simple. You can make out of the whole rod, you can make a lot of pulleys. And this is the wire I use for my electrical. This is ultra fine wire, and they use it for fly fishing. And I tell you, this will last you forever. And I use this here, for, for the parachute lines that goes to the chassis or rear end. You guys still can hear me? I've been playing around with the camera for about 3 hours today. So Trevor, does it look better? The camera working for me? Or what do you think? Or should I get another one? Another webcam? Yeah, I'm up to 400 subs right now, which is pretty good. Been on here for 4 years now. Scratchville headers. Good, Trevor. So it's working a lot better on your end. You can see it better. Solder. The cherry bombs. This is going to be a gas for the street or strip. And made my own brackets for the ladders. Good. Printed plate. Good, Trevor. I'm glad. I was scared that I had to go out and buy another webcam, which I really don't want to do. Removed the floor mat. So you're pretty happy with your order, Trevor, that you got from Chip? I even made my own shocks. Okay, that's good. This is all done with folk art paint, eh? With brackets. See brackets? I just ran out of tape. Go figure. Now I gotta go out and get some more tape. See, this camera's working a lot better now. This is what I use for my seatbelt material. I got fully wired. I'm gonna start doing some tutorials on here, and I'm hoping that this camera is working better, so that way you guys can see the detail. Because no sense of doing tutorials if you can't see the detail, and it's just a freaking waste of time. But I'm thinking about it. Like I'll be I'll be working less hours in a couple months, so I'll have more time to do it. I haven't decided what color it is. There to paint it. You guys got any suggestions on painting a blazing black body? Trevor, you should try Steve Zimmerman wheels. They're nice. I got a few sets from them. Hopefully our Canadian dollar goes a little bit higher up, and it will be not so bad to order from the States. I got a pretty wild project coming up. Trevor knows about it. 55 Nomad with a newer Corvette drivetrain chassis and parted interior. I think it's going to look something. No chrome bumpers, uh, body color with surfboards in the back. I think it's going to be neat. Want to build a garage with my son, but I have no clue where to get some toolboxes and all that stuff. Like a doghouse scoop. That's what they used to call them anyways. Oh, Trevor, I used to do model building in a freaking closet. So I was thinking of paint. I used to do it on what do you call it? TV tray. Dashboard glazed black and then resin interior gray. Yeah, I think this paint job turned out pretty good, considering it's folk art paint. I got a guy that does all my decals, as you're wondering. And he's pretty reasonable. He sells resin too, resin bodies. Michael has a lot of those. Seen the 55 now? Badass. What do you mean, Trevor? What does Michael's have a lot of? Still trying to wake up. Not sure about the decals. still working on that. I've Oh no. Oh, okay, Trevor. You mean for the garage? For the garage I'm going to be building with my son. Yeah. They don't have uh, dollhouse stuff or anything of that nature at our Michaels. Yeah. Uh, Trevor, they got this foam, okay, and it's great for custom interiors. Have you heard about it? Let me see if I can find some. My son is doing. See? Okay, Trevor, that'd be great. See, that's guys, this is foam, and you buy this at Michaels. He's working. And you can put diamonds or any pattern, and all you have to do is use a toothpick to make your design. He builds them a lot faster than I do. Well, I don't want too much in the garage, Trevor. It's going to be like a backyard mechanic, a person that's starting out and doesn't have very much funds. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I used it in one of the pickups. Yeah, the purple one, the Pro Street one that I did for the Chevy truck build off. Yeah, and these only cost a buck or a buck 25, and I tell you, it's excellent. It forms very easy. Hi, 8 Second Speed Shop. You like the 55 so far? Welcome to my Dragnet garage. Hi, Jennifer White. How you doing? Yeah, I watched your video. I can't believe that they disqualify you because they figured that you were cheating. I can't believe that. 8 Second Shop. I was just showing a project I was working on. Like I'm old school, so like. See, that's what I. Trevor over there in Canada. He's in Canada just like me. I sort to mostly scratch building because the aftermarket stuff is very expensive for us. This guy's is a printer plate. As you can see, it's very thin, very flexible. I use this for all my linkages, brackets, whatever. And you can get this at the printing shop for free. I've got quite a few projects going. I got probably about 14 projects going right now. Yeah, Trevor, I'm just basically looking for basic stuff, like when drag racing first started, that people didn't have the funds, that they built a car from the junkyard mostly. Different solders I use this. Hi, Gary Gee. How you doing? Thanks for coming in. I love that Impala you did, Gary Gee. It turned out nice. Really nice. Somebody was showing doing a paint job and it was still wet and used a saran wrap and wrinkle it up and push it against the paint job, and you should see the job it turned out. Unbelievable. Here, Gary Gee. Here's my next project. This is my frame maker. She's Skylar, you still working on a 112 scale Camaro? Every 10 millimeters there's a square. And that's how I rig up my chassis for the Pro Stocks and Pro Streets and Pro Mods. And I tell you, it saves you a lot of headaches. What I do is I put wax. Gary Gee, how you like my headers? Paperwork. They're made out of solder with cherry bombs on the end. No, it's kind of a drag racer. Yeah, it's a drag racer, Gary Gee. But yeah, I think a lot of people get thrown off because my channel name is Dragnet Garage. They think all I do is drag cars, but I don't. I do customs, shoot rods, trucks, whatever. I build for clients too, so I've got 10 projects to build for other people. So, but it's got to be something I like. If I don't like it, I'm not going to build it for somebody. Yeah, no, actually, Gary Gee, that's just plastic rod. You, this here, this here is plastic rod, and this is plastic. Is it? Yeah, this is plastic too. This is a very handy tool to have. Oh, you've been working on that for a long time, Skylar. What's the hold up? I know, work and everything else, everyday life. I know. What about it? This is the Dremel tool. I use my Dremel tool as a lathe. Make my own pulleys. Yeah, all you do is you put the plastic rod, solid rod, in here in the chuck, and you get your wood carving tools. I'll show you a couple of wood. In the chuck, and use wood carving. Grooves, where you hand mill. That's it. Simple. Like these things. That's all you need. And I tell you, you can save yourself a lot of money doing it that way. Thanks, Gary Gee. Hi, Godfather. Hi, Bernie. How you doing? This is the wire I use for. Hey, Bernie. There's my headers. Made out of solder. This is fender well headers for the 55 Chevy I'm doing. Ultra fine wire, and they use it for fly fishing. And I tell you, this will last you forever. That's the first time I ever made those type of headers. But what I did is I put the motor in the chassis and then made the headers that way. I just thought it was easier that way. Thanks, Bernie. I appreciate it. Yeah, I watched your live feed afterwards, Bernie. I had to go to work. Sorry about that. That's that's the problem when the time zone is different from different parts of the world. It's kind of hard. Parachute. So Bernie, how old is your son that was in with the Hot Wheels? You guys still can hear me? So Trevor, does it look better? The camera working for me? Or what do you think? Or should I get another one? Another webcam? Well, it's good, Skylar. Can't wait to see it. I built that kit a couple times already. Yeah, I'm up to 400 subs right now, which is pretty good. Been on here for 4 years now. Wow. He must keep you going. Hey, Bernie, you get more nap times? My son won't want a nap anymore. He's 10. Yeah, Gary Gay did a nice job on it so far. Good. Good, Trevor. I'm glad. I was scared that I had to go out and buy another webcam, which I really don't want. Yeah, I bet they are, Bernie, pain in the butt to make headers for that 58 Ford. It'd take me long to do those. Pretty happy with your order, Trevor? That you got? Oh, Chip? Okay. Yeah, I know. My son is almost black belt in karate. This is all done with. He's only 10. Yeah, I would like to build something for Solomon too, but holy crap, man. There's so many freaking group builds going on. I can't keep up with them. Not with the hours I work. Besides, I used to build planes and tanks and jeeps and all that stuff when I was younger. Bernie probably knows that we used to kit bash a lot of things when we were younger. Right, Bernie? Yeah, I bet. Hmm. If you guys ever want pictures of certain drag cars, just ask me because I've got over 14,000 drag car pictures from the old days. I've got magazines dated back from the 60s still. I got a filing cabinet full of them. I got them all on CD, so mostly detail shots, which a lot of people are after. I started doing some tutorials on here, and I'm hoping that this camera's working better, so that way. Yeah, I saw that, Bernie. Yeah, that would be kind of hard. You can't see the detail. It's just a freaking waste of time. But I'm thinking about it. Like, uh, I'll be I'll be working less hours in a couple months, so I'll have more time to do it. Hi, Minnie. Thanks. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, I gotta go. Well, no, I actually I'm off today, so that's why I'm doing the live feed, Minnie. I'm glad you could make it. I was just showing the guys the headers that I made, Minnie, Dave, out of solder for the 55 Chevy for our CT build off. Trevor, you should try Steve Zimmerman wheel. They're nice. Yeah, I saw that badass. Uh, I would love to get into all the group builds, but man, oh man, there's so many of them. I just can't keep up with them. Hopefully our Canadian dollar goes a little bit higher up, and yeah, they're easy to do, badass, but these Fender Wall ones are a little bit different than what you did. Yeah, that's true. That's a long. That's a long drive, Dave, to get to work. Holy crap, man! Takes me 20 minutes to walk to work. If I take the bus, it takes me an hour and a half. Go figure. This is the pretty wild project. This is the other one I'm working on, Dave. Fast Eddie's Chapman's car. Trevor knows about it. 55 Nomad with a newer Corvette. So what do you think of those headers, Dave? Mini? Yeah, that's what that 55 is for, Bernie. So Mini, did you see my headers? Oh, great, John. Okay, thanks, Dave. Yeah, I did, Gary Gee. I painted the blue stripes. I used Tamiya tape, and then I ran out, of course. That's always the case. Gary Gee, that's all folk art paint. That's on that Cougar. Yeah, so if you guys want to see any tutorials, just PM me and then I'll get back to you and see if I can do something for you. Like if you want to learn how to make seat buckles or electric fuel pump, whatever. Why are you jealous, Gary Gee? Just got to make sure you have the tape on and you make sure that there's no bubbles or anything in it. Yeah, Gary, I sent your card out, so you should be getting it hopefully by next week. Yeah, I saw that, Dave. That was that was pretty good. That was pretty close to how I did. I do mine. How to make a dry sump oil tank. Are you talking for a drag car or a roundabout car, like a stock car, NASCAR, badass? Because they're different. They're both different. There's a dry sump pump for your rear end on NASCAR. Okay. And it's great for custom interiors. Have you heard about it? Let me see if I can find some. You guys ever try any of that Totally Awesome cleaner or degreaser, whatever they call it, from the Dollar Tree? I tell you, it works for stripping paint jobs, almost as good as Super Clean or Purple Power or whatever you call it. Okay, Trevor, that'd be great. See this, guys? This is foam. And you apply this at drag car. Okay. Uh, roughly what year, badass? The latest one or when it first came out? And you can put diamond. Oh, top fuel drag. Okay. And all you have to do is use a two. Okay. To make your design. You guys probably never knew this, but like when I was a drag racer, a friend of mine had a rail, and he he wanted me to do a test run. I did one test run, and I tell you, after that, that was enough for me. I didn't want to do it again. It was a thrill, don't mind you, but I tell you, my chest was hurting. I don't want too much in the garage. My chest was hurting, but I tell you, it was a thrill. It's going to be like a backyard mechanic, a person that's starting out and doesn't have very much funds. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I used it in one of the pickups. Yeah, the purple one, the Pro Street one. I did for the Chevy truck. No, I don't have any drag trucks, Mini. I could build one, but I don't have any at the moment. I built some in the past, but I sold them. So, is there is there a certain drag truck you're looking for, Mini? And I tell you, it's excellent. It performs. Oh, the Mongoose Snake, the funny car, badass, or the rail? I 8 Second Speed Shop. Welcome to my Dragnet garage. This is something like a drag truck. Hi Jennifer White, how you doing? Ready? Yeah, I watched your video. I can't believe that they disqualify you because they figured that you were cheating. Can't believe that. This is something like a drag truck. Mini. I don't. It's Pro Street. That's the one, Trevor. That's the one with the interior with that foam for the dash and that. See that in the seats. And here's underneath. See, that's what. See? Is that what you're talking about, Minnie? Something like that? Huh. Oh, John, just. Yeah, I could build one. Not a problem, Dave. Hi, Butch. Thanks for coming. This guy's is fender plate. As you can see, it's very thin, very flexible. I use this for all my packages, brackets, wider. You can get this at the printing shop for free. What do you guys think of this thing? A little Chevette. Yeah, Trevor, I'm just basically looking for basic stuff. See? I built that, oh, I don't know, 20 years ago maybe? When drag racing first started, people didn't have the funds. They built their cars with a jackknife. Junkyard mostly. Yeah, I thought you would like that, Dave. That little Chevette. Actually, I got another one in my stash that I'm going to build down the road. I'm thinking of putting the Matt and Debbie Hayes motor in it this time. Thanks for coming in. I love that Impala you did, Gary. It turned out nice. Really nice. You can see I got a whole bunch of shop cards on the door now. I got a whole bunch on the wall too. Somebody was showing, doing a paint job. And it was still wet and used a saran wrap. That purple truck that I just showed you is painted with Fulgar paint through the airbrush. And you should see the job it turned up. I like that truck you're doing, Dave. It's turning out really nice. Here, Gary, here's my next project. Yeah, I noticed with Windows Movie Maker, you got to pay for it now. It's only on a trial basis. Only good for 30 days now. Skylar, you still working on a 112 skill Camaro? So I gotta find another video editing program. You guys should check out that wire from fly fishing. I tell you, it comes in three different sizes, but I tell you, it works out good for your alternator and all that. I like my Hey Butch, what do you think? No, well, it is kind of a drag racer. Is there a radio in the background? No, I don't have a radio. Why? Why is that, Gary? Why you hear a radio? I think a lot of people get thrown off because you're quite welcome, Dave. My channel name is Dragback Garage. They think all I do is. Butch, have you seen the scratch build headers I did for the 55 yet? I built for clients too, so I've got. Oh yeah, I'm Gary. I'm using a OBS program, so like what you see. That's gotta be something I like. What I see is I'm not buffering, but you might see that I'm buffering, so there might be two voices going. Just hold on. Can you hear me still? No. Actually, Gary Gee, that's just Plastic Rod. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how to fix that problem, Gary Gee. I lost my Windows Movie Maker, so I have to resort to this OBS program. So I don't know how to fix the problem. Yeah. This is plastic too. Which one, Dave? The funny car or the stock one? Oh, that's. You've been working on that for a long time, sir. Tyler? That's old. everything else. Everyday life. No. Gary, you're not the only one that hears voices. I hear like the program you're using, and I hear the background. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, all you do is you put the plastic rod, solid rod in here. So which horn are you looking for, Dave? The funny car or the stock one? Because I do have the funny car one. I don't have the stock one. Okay, dog. Thanks for coming. I'll try to do this more often. Uh, I think comp resin, competition resin makes that body mini dreams. And I tell you, you can save yourself a lot of money doing it that way. Yeah, I'll try to do this more often, dog. Around this time. I think it's a lot better. Thanks, Sergey. Yeah, my son is going to be building a chopper for the model show coming up in November. Okay, Trevor, thanks for coming. No, no, Mini, it's the same stock wheelbase. It's not an altered wheel well or anything of that nature. Hey, Bernie. If I get a chance to go to my dad's, I'll take a picture of the body and I'll show it to you. Because I know competition resin does a Hornet, and I think it's like $35 somewhere in there. I'm not sure. What do you mean, me, Mini? Down to me? My favorite build, what I built? so far, I I don't have a favorite. To be honest with you, I did have, but then when somebody offered me a ridiculous amount of money, I couldn't refuse. So I don't have it in my collection now. And it took me almost a year to build it because it was all mostly scratch built. It was an old drag car. And somebody approached me with a ridiculous amount of money, and I could not say no. So I sold it about 6 months ago. You know how it is, Dave. We criticize what we build, no matter if somebody says, "Well, nice build." We criticize our own build. So I built a drag strip quite a while ago, and I always like that. Won a lot of awards with it. No, I lost a good friend in racing, Gary Gee. He was test driving 40 Willys Pro Mod, and the mechanic didn't check the nitro lines, and one of the nitro lines was leaking. And before you know it, he was gone. And he had 5 kids, and he was in his 40s. So, and that's why I packed it in. I left drag racing since then. So that's what happened. I had some close calls. Don't get me wrong. I had a few close calls, but the worst experience I ever had was test driving my friend's rail, and take it once down the track. That was enough for me. It was a thrill. Don't get me wrong, but my chest really hurt. And when I was in drag racing, I used to travel to Decatur Nationals and all over. I did it all. If you ask my son what was his favorite build, he would say Mustang. That's all he likes. When he built a car, it's got to be Mustang. I've seen some bad crashes though during my racing years. Really bad. Yeah, I'll take a picture of that Hornet body for you, Dave, and then you can judge it. But the Hornet I have is a Johan kit, so it's quite old. It's not built. It's all there. So just have to get a stock chassis for it or anything that will fit it. Yeah. Well, what the skinny ones or the wide ones, Dave? No problem, Bernie. We're still here. for a while, anyways. Wow. Because I got some wrinkle wall slicks here, but I don't know if you want skinny ones or wide ones. Get more half times. My son won't want it. Yeah. Well, Gary Gee, when you drive a rail down a quarter mile, you pretty well have to put both hands on that steering wheel, man, and hold for your life because those front tires they move all over the freaking place. Those front tires were very light. Yeah, I had a BMW bike when I lived in Holland, 1100cc, and that thing kicked ass. It went pretty fast, especially on the Autobahn. Gary did a nice job on it so far. Yeah, I was so scared when I went down that quarter mile in that rail that that parachute wouldn't open up or something. That's what I was scared for. Quarter mile in 4 seconds. That's freaking crazy, man. He wanted me to race for the whole year. I said no. Uh, Once was enough. There's such an impact on your chest when you drive a rail. It's like an 18 wheeler hit you in the chest. That's how bad it is. It just feels like your chest is all gonna cave in. Yeah, I stopped racing in the 90s. Yeah, 90s. Yeah. Yeah, I bet they are, Bernie, paying about to make headers for that 54. It'd take me long to do those. Yeah, it's 4:36 here, Minnie. So it's an hour difference. About an hour difference, yeah. So, what would you guys like to see on this channel? Like, if there's something you want to see, just PM me and we can work something out or whatever. My son is almost black belt in karate. He's only 10. Are these roughly the rink walls you're looking for, Dave? That wide? Yeah, I would like to build something for Solomon too. But holy crap, man. There's so many freaking group builds going on, I can't keep up with them. I'm so glad I'm off today. Oh, with the hours I work. Says, Dave, you ever use this wire? I used to build planes and tanks, jeeps, and all that stuff when I was younger. Bernie probably knows how we used to get bash. A lot of things when we were Hi, George. George, welcome to Dragon Garage. If you guys ever want pictures of certain dragon cars, just ask me because I what the over 14,000. The funny Dutch fudge, Dave? I've got magazines dated back from the 60s still. I got a file cabinet full of them. I got them all on CD, so. Mostly detail shots, which a lot of people are after. That wire I just showed you, Dave, that's for fly fishing. It's good for an electrical wire. Pretty reasonable, only $3 for a roll. So yeah, I know, Dave. I know it's full of rum. I lived in Holland for 3 years, so I know. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing that, Gary Gee. Uh, like I said before, my hours gonna be cut down during the winter months, so I'll only be working 3 days a week. So I should have lots of time to do it. Then I can focus more on building from the beginning to the end. Just kind of hard right now because I only get 1 day off at a time. So usually, if you have 1 day off and you work nights, even when you get up, you don't feel like doing much. So I got to do it when I got more days off. Well, Gary Gee, I think you're doing a wonderful job of what you're doing so far. You know, what you're doing to your models takes some people years and years to get to that level. Yeah. Yeah, I ate a lot of that Dutch fudge when I was in Holland, I tell you, Dave. Hi, Vinny. Thanks. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, I gotta go. No, I'm off today, so that's why I'm doing a lot of feed. I'm glad you could make it. I was just showing you guys. No, it's a resin. It's a resin tire, Dave. I don't recall exactly who I got them from, but is that too wide, or do you need them thinner than that? Yeah, not a problem, Gary. Like, any of you guys have any questions, not a problem. Just PM me, because sometimes it's very hard to read everything that comes up, and after this video is done, you can't read what's in the chat. So if you guys want to PM me, let me know what you want to see, and then I can get back to you about it. And let you know roughly when I can do it. No, it might have been a might have been a two-part mold, Dave. I'm not sure. I think they're from competition resin, but I'm not sure. I've had them for quite a while. Well, you must want the thinner ones. Yeah, they're easy to do, badass, but yeah, Dave, I'll be probably doing that during the winter months. Well, I turned 60, so I get a partial pension, so I figure I might as well get it before I'm 65, you know, because you never know, right? But if you want those tires, Dave, you're more than welcome to them. I've got, I've got the other ones that are thinner than that. Like, I don't know what size you want, so. Long drive, Dave, to get to work. Well, like right now, it takes me 20 minutes to walk to work. Yeah, but Gary, there is some guys that don't want to share, and those are the guys that usually put their thumbs down on your videos. I've had a few of them. No big deal. They don't even know what they're talking about. So yeah, I get this fish line from Fishing Shop. I don't know if you can see that. That that's what I use for fuel line. It's all braided fish line. Like, look how much I was on there. Like, I bought this 10 years ago, and it'll do me for my lifetime. For $4, can't beat that. It's over 500 feet of it. So what do you think? Give those headers, Dave. Yeah, that's what that 55 is for, Bernie. Yeah, well, badass. I worked 80 hours when I was 19. I bought my first house and paid it off in 2.5 years, so I don't miss those days. Yeah, that's all they are, Gary. What I call those guys rivet guys, and what they are guys that have all these ideas, but they don't build nothing. And they're particular about each little nut, bolt, any detail that has to be done on that car. Well, guys, I, I gotta call this off. I gotta leave now. It's supper time. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, for sure, Gary. Well, guys, I gotta have supper. Uh, Thanks for all coming. I really appreciate it. You have no idea. So just PM me. Uh, Let me know if you want to see something on this channel, and I'll get